afternoon. My name is Jose Ormaeche. I am the General Manager of the Basque Energy Cluster, and I would like to present today PLATOON project, a project funded under the Horizon 2020 program of the European Union, and that has to do with digital platform development and analytic tools for the energy sector. PLATOON project was approved under the Digitizing and Transforming European Industry and Services call of Horizon 2020. Duration of the project will be 36 months, and it started the 1st of January this year in 2020. You can see in the slide the logos of the 20 companies from 9 different European countries that are collaborating in PLATOON project. The project coordinator is ENGIE, the French company leading in the energy sector, and Tecnalia, the Basque Research Center, performs as technical coordinator of the project. Let me give you some background and context for PLATOON project. 3 trends are key to understand the need and the relevance of the results that are planned for PLATOON development. Number 1, the clear shift of the electricity sector towards decentralized energy sources, and especially to decarbonize the production of energy, giving rise to the renewable energy sources. Number 2, this rise of the renewable energy sources, especially wind and photovoltaic energy, are demanding better techniques, better algorithms, better technologies to predict the energy generation and to be able to integrate this decentralized and decarbonized energy into the electricity grids without disturbances and without problems for the consumers. And number 3, the value of data. We have to be able to extract value out of data that are produced in the renewable energy power plants and in general in the electricity infrastructure, so that we can use those data to extract value and better operate and maintain these power plants. So taking into account the 3 trends and context issues I have mentioned before, PLATOON project has set quite ambitious objectives for the project. First of all, PLATOON will enable reliable, fair and secure extraction of knowledge from energy sector data. That will be the first priority of the developments, to make it possible to get data out of different infrastructures and power plants and convert them into valuable knowledge. This will be possible by enhancing also cooperation between the different stakeholders and companies along the value chains. Specifically, PLATOON will focus on the collaboration between data owners, the owners of the power plants and the electricity infrastructures, and the technology providers, those companies that have the skills to extract value out of this data and to allow the analysis and the extraction of knowledge out of data. Of course, all this cooperation will have to be developed, ensuring data governance and data sovereignty as key issues to guarantee that privacy and confidentiality of the information that is going to be shared will be guaranteed, and that way to establish relationship between the stakeholders based on trust. This cooperation also will foster new business models, and companies will be able to introduce in the market advanced products based on digital technologies, but also to offer new services and to face new business opportunities. These business model objectives will be based on what we call the technological objectives. First of them, the development of interoperability layers based on open standards as a way to ensure compatibility between different platforms, different applications, and the different products involved in the energy installations, and that is one of the key issues to allow this exchange of information. But of course, very importantly, PLATOON will also devote a specific work package to develop data analytics toolboxes and edge computing solutions. This will allow companies at the bottom side of the value chain to optimize the operation and management of the energy systems by means of using these toolboxes and these solutions at the edge level of the infrastructure. And finally, it's relevant to mention that all the architectures, all the applications, all the technologies that are going to be developed in the different work packages in PLATOON will be validated in 7 pilots. 7 pilots that will be implemented as use cases all of the different scenarios and the different kinds of energy, renewable energy power plants. One of these pilots, as I will mention in a minute, will be devoted to the use case of predictive maintenance applications in wind farms. These ambitious objectives will be delivered based on the PLATOON architecture, a specific architecture that will be designed, is being designed, in fact, in some of the work packages that are now up and running. And this architecture will be based in three main pillars, what we call the three main pillars of PLATOON. First of all, I have already mentioned it, the interoperability is key to enable data exchange and to integrate the different platforms, the different products, some of them already existing and developed, that will share information, will share data, and will complement this information to make it possible to extract value, in some cases by the combination of these different data sources. The second great pillar is data governance and security. Only addressing these digital sovereignty challenges, we will be able to make it possible to allow that data owners share the information produced in their power plants, in their infrastructures, and that they allow this data to be used and to be analyzed by companies and stakeholders that can be their providers, their partners, and in some cases, service companies. In this case, data governance will be based on the IDS-based connectors. IDS is International Data Space Association, an association at European level that is setting the standards for this data governance and data security protocols that will be implemented as a way to create this environment in which data can be exchanged and used in a reliable way. And the third pillar has already been mentioned also, is the toolboxes for data analytics and edge computing. In some cases, data analytics will be performed by the different users, by the different companies involved in the value chain, but also to provide these edge computing capabilities is key to distribute the analysis efforts and to be able to filter, in some of the cases, the information, the data that is coming from the field. In this case, there will be a work package specifically devoted to deploying all the technologies that will be able to process and analyze data coming from the different pilots that will be developed in the project. So this is the reference of the PLATOON project. As I said before, we are working as partners specifically in the communication and dissemination work package. So any question, any concern, or even if you want to contact with any of the partners of the project to exchange information and to get more knowledge about the developments of the project, you can contact us or go directly to the webpage of the PLATOON project. Thank you very much for your attention.